Yeah, I think both of them is correct. That's Quinny play. Quinny draw that up. That's what happens whenever you got a guy from Notre Dame that's smart. As good of a coach as he is, he's going to be a head coach one day very, very soon. But kudos to Gabe for throwing a wonderful pass.
Jimmy, were you surprised you were that open in that situation?
I'm always open. I'm like a football player, and I mean that. Ocho Cinco said it best. And he was always open, and I'm a lot like him.
What's the process when you're in that huddle? You got to call a play, and Spo says that particular play. As you're heading onto the court, your thoughts are what? As you're kind of processing what's going to happen, how the inputs are going to come and all that stuff.
I was going to get the ball either way it goes, whether I was going to shoot a terrible fadeaway, a step back three, or a lob at the rim. Whatever play he was going to drop, I was going to end up shooting the ball. So I'm glad that's the one we went with. I'm glad Gabe threw an incredible pass. I'm glad we won the game.
Even though you pulled out the win, there were so many harrowing moments, including you make the 2 free throws. Seemingly that ends the game. They go length of the court, score with 0.7 of a second to go. Is there still stuff you feel you need to tighten up to make it less harrowing at the finish?
I think so. We got to figure out to win games way before the fourth quarter. I think this was a game that, we got a back-to-back coming. I'm not saying that they're a bad team. I'm just saying we have to play basketball the way we're supposed to play basketball on both sides of the ball and get up 10 and then push up to 15 and then 20 so guys can rest. You want to be healthy in the end, and we just got to start taking care of business earlier.
Do you plan to play tomorrow? It'll be your first back-to-back since October.
And I don't know if I wake up in the morning, so.
If you wake up in the morning, do you think you might play tomorrow?
And I don't know if I'm going to wake up in the morning. That ain't up to me.
Jimmy, that's a touch of what you were saying a little bit earlier, that you guys got to get to those games. I mean, you're getting to the point under 30 games where you're running out of time to get to that comfort zone and be able to put teams away. What is it going to take this final push of 26 games or so to figure that out?
Just win. If we don't want to do it that way, just make sure you got more points than the opposing team at the end of the game. Get a rhythm, win as many games as possible, and we'll see where we end up. But, man, as long as we win, I don't have too much to say, but my goodness, we better not lose.
Jimmy, your stamina obviously is such where you could play, as we saw in the playoffs against Boston, 47 minutes and still be effective. But the breaks to start the fourth quarter, do they help you at all in terms of when you come in at the 6 or 7 minute mark, in terms of energy? Is there an advantage to it?
Not really. I think I get to pick and choose whenever I want to hit a switch. I've come to a point in my career where I can do that. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But I know what to do and how to play to make sure that we win. So these next few games before the break and damn sure after the break, I think it's time to ramp it up a notch.
Jimmy, if this team ends up setting a record for close games by the end of the season, on some level, would that be a point of pride for this group?
I don't think so. I mean, as long as you win them, I think that's the point of pride. What's the point of playing in close games if you're going to lose them? So if we're playing close games, let's win them. If we're playing overtime, let's win them. And then we'll talk about how many close games and overtime games that we won, and then we can take that into the playoffs. But I don't think close games really matter if you lose them.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.